You did everything that you were supposed to. You got through perimenopause. Your periods stopped. You hit the 1-year mark, and everyone told you the hot flashes will settle down. Just give it time. But here we are, still waking up at 2 or 3 in the morning, drenched, still feeling the wave of heat wash over you in the middle of a conversation or a quiet time, or right when you're finally starting to feel okay. You're not alone. And maybe your doctor said your labs came back normal. Maybe you've been told this is just what menopause is and you just need to manage it. I want to say something before we go further today. Your body is not broken. It's not failing you, and this is not something you should simply have to live with. It's trying to tell you something. And today we're going to figure out what that is. Welcome back to the Wise Divine Women podcast. I'm Dana Irvine, functional diagnostic nutrition practitioner, certified medical thermographer, menopause coach, and founder of the Wise Divine Women Collective. I live here in Sudbury, Ontario. This show is for women 40 plus who want real answers, not just things to manage. I believe every symptom has a root cause. I believe you deserve to know what yours is. Today, we're talking about hot flashes and night sweats, my favorite topic, none of which you've probably heard before. And then I'm going to tell you how to exactly find out which one is your reason. Because in my practice, we don't guess, we test. And the answers are almost always there. We just have to know where to look. Today, I'd like to start the conversation about your body with this truth. You are fearfully and wonderfully made. In Psalm 139:14, I praise you because I am fearfully and wonderfully made. Your works are wonderful, and I know that full well. And I don't just say that because it's a nice thing to throw out at the beginning of a podcast. I say it because it is a clinical statement. The body God designed is not malfunction without reason. You are not having hot flashes at 3 in the morning because your body hates you, attacking you. It's not punishing you for getting older. It's not punishing you for a variety of different things that your mind rolls through. From that place of fear, we have to step back and become a place of curiosity, a place of confidence, and this is where the real answers are. So let's go find them. Before we walk through 10 root causes for hot flashes, I just need to clear something up. Because a lot of what women have been told today about hot flashes is only part of the story. The common explanation is this. Hot flashes happen because estrogen drops at menopause. Eventually, your body adjusts to the lower end and the flashes should stop. And if they don't stop, you might need to replace them with estrogen. I'm not here to tell you that it's entirely wrong. I am a big believer of hormone therapy. It works for many women, and it is a valid conversation to have with your primary care doctor, your healthcare provider, your nurse practitioner, a hormone specialist. There's many benefits. But here is the part of the story you're not usually given. Hot flashes are not caused by estrogen alone. They are caused by the brain's thermostat becoming unstable. The thermostat can be thrown off by many different things, not just estrogen. Stress hormones, gut bacteria, mineral deficiencies, thyroid function, blood sugars, and even heavy metals in your body. If you've been trying to solve a cortisol problem with estrogen, it's not going to work. If you've been trying to solve a gut problem with hormones, that's not going to work. You need to know which problem you actually have, and that's the whole point of the podcast today. Root cause number 1. Estrogen is still fluctuating. After menopause, your body does not produce zero estrogen. It still makes a type of estrogen called estrone, mainly from fat tissue and adrenal glands. And even small rises and falls in that estrogen can keep you triggering hot flashes if your body has become sensitive to change. The issue is just not how much estrogen you have, it's how your body is breaking it down and getting rid of it. If estrogen is not being cleared properly, those small fluctuations never settle, and neither do the hot flashes. There is something we look at on the Dutch Complete test and even the saliva hormone panel. But in the Dutch Complete test, the urine hormone test, it shows a full estrogen clearance picture, not just levels, but pathways. That distinction matters enormously when it comes to hot flashes. Root cause number 2, exhausted adrenal glands. After menopause, your adrenal glands, which sit on top of the kidneys, are supposed to step up and become your main hormone producers. They do this by converting a hormone called DHEA into estrogen and other hormones that your body still needs. But here's what happens for a lot of people. They arrive at menopause with adrenals that are already tired. Years of stress, poor sleep, never fully recovering them from being in a extreme or even a low depleted state. The backup system is empty. If you've ever met with me on a one-on-one conversation, this is where we go. So when your body is under stress, something called cortisol hijack kicks in. This is when the raw material it would use to make your hormones redirects it all to cortisol. It gets hijacked, the stress hormone, instead. So cortisol wins every time because your body thinks it's running from a bear. It's under great threat. This is life or death, which means less hormone support, and thus the thermostat keeps misfiring. Root cause number 3. I want you to pay close attention to this one if it is a main symptom of your night sweat. Inverted cortisol curve. Cortisol has a natural rhythm. It should be high in the morning and then lowest point at midnight when your body should sleep and repair itself. But for many women, this rhythm gets reversed. The morning cortisol is flat and the nighttime cortisol is elevated, rising when it should be falling. And when cortisol spikes about 2 or 3 in the morning, your blood vessels open, your heart rate goes up, and you sweat. It's a full-on hot flash. But it's not an estrogen hot flash, it's a cortisol surge. And if you treat it as an estrogen problem, it won't get better because you're answering the wrong question. The only way to see this pattern is with a 4-point cortisol test, something the Dutch does, something the saliva hormone panel with IQ fluids do. It's not a single cortisol blood draw. That won't tell you anything about the rhythm. The rhythm is everything. Root cause number 4. When your body breaks down estrogen, it sends it to the liver, packaged all up to be removed. Right? So your liver is not clearing estrogen properly. So estrogen can exit the liver through 3 different pathways. One that is safe and protective, and the other do produce byproducts that are inflammatory and continue to cause hormonal symptoms even when blood estrogen looks low. If you have the genetic variation called MTHFR, especially the double version, your body's ability to handle that clearance step is impaired. This is called a methylation issue. Methylation is just the name for a key chemical process in the body uses to package up waste products, including estrogen, and escort them out safely. When methylation is marred or blocked, those estrogen byproducts build up. The thermostat stays reactive. The Dutch test shows exactly which pathways your estrogen is taking. This information can change a protocol completely. Root cause number 5. And this one's one of my most favorite topics, right? That may seem totally unrelated. Your gut is recycling estrogen. Your gut contains billions of bacteria, and some of those bacteria produce an enzyme called beta-glucuronidase, which when this enzyme is too active, it cuts open the package the liver put around the estrogen and sends it back to the bloodstream. Your body reabsorbs estrogen it was supposed to eliminate. So even when your blood estrogen is low, your tissues may be soaking up that recycled estrogen that keeps driving symptoms. Your gut is your gut is controlling your hormone balance in the way most people would never imagine. I like calling this part of the oral gut-breast axis, and I'll get into that in some future episodes because my whole theory and practice is based on oral gut breast. So because your mouth and your gut and your breast health are all part of one connected systems, what happens in the gut does not stay in the gut. The GI map, stool test, or the Vitrax deep gut scan measures beta glucuronidase directly. When that number is elevated, it is a clear signal that the gut is part of the hot flash story. Root cause number 6 through 10 all live in what I think is as a mineral metabolic layer. And they are all revealed in a test called HTMA or HMA, right? Hair mineral analysis or hair tissue mineral analysis. I run it through Canalt Labs here in Ontario. Collect a small pound of hair from the nape of your neck, shows your mineral levels over the past 90 days. I love it. I think it's so fascinating. Root cause number 6, a sluggish thyroid function at the cell level, not what your blood work shows. Let me say that again. Thyroid function, sluggish, at the cellular level, not what your blood work shows. What it actually is happening inside your cells and why thyroid hormones arrive, right? All this process. A slow cellular thyroid means slow detoxification, low hormone clearance, and poor temperature regulation. The specific ratio on the HMA is called calcium to potassium ratio. And the HMA reveals this. Root cause number 7 is magnesium deficiency. Magnesium helps your nervous system to calm down. Without enough of it, your body overreacts to small temperature changes, small stressors, and fires the hot flash alarm at the slightest shift. Most blood tests miss this completely. Root cause number 8, copper that is too high. Elevated copper drives the nervous system into an overactive wired state. It causes flushing, racing heart, and heat surges that feel like hot flashes, but are actually mineral imbalances, not an estrogen deficiency. Women who have been on birth control for many years are especially vulnerable to this. In the HMA, it's the zinc to copper ratio that shows this pattern clearly. Cause number 9 is your blood sugar is crashing overnight. When blood sugar drops in the night, your body releases adrenaline and it sounds the alarm signal. When adrenaline surges, it causes sweating, flushing, and racing heart. This is identical to a hot flash. If your night sweats specifically happen between 2 and 4 in the morning, this is often the reason. The root cause, number 10, is heavy metals. Mercury depletes selenium, the mineral that protects your breast tissue and activates your thyroid. Cadmium actually mimics estrogen. It attaches to estrogen receptors in the body and triggers them, even when your real estrogen is low. This will never show up in a hormone test because cadmium is not a hormone. HMA with Canalt can help you find this. So again, remember, mercury depletes the selenium and cadmium is at play, and it all plays a huge role in causing estrogen imbalances. I know it sounds like a lot. I know that these 10 possible root causes have you wondering, I don't even know what to do. I don't even know which one is mine. The answer is simple, right? I've said it before. I'll say it again. You test. You don't guess. The Dutch test shows your hormone pathways, your cortisol rhythm, and your estrogen clearance pattern. It takes about 24 hours of urine collection, and it gets mailed in. Most women have never done this test. Or if you have, maybe we need to relook at it and retest again. Doctors will not order it. And yet, it provides many questions that blood panels do not. The GI stool map or the deep gut scan with Vitrax shows your gut bacteria whether your body is recycling estrogen and holding so many other clues and imbalances, right? One stool sample mailed in and you get your gut hormone picture. The HMA or HTMA with Canalt, the hair mineral analysis, shows your mineral status, your adrenal function, your cellular thyroid activity, and your heavy metal burden over the past 90 days. A tablespoon of hair is all it takes, and the clinical information it gives is remarkable. Each of these tests can do something the others cannot. Together, they give us a complete root cause map. And from that map, we can really build a true protocol specifically to your needs and what your body's trying to tell us. Obviously, thermography plays a beautiful role in that as we visualize the stress in your body as well. That's why I love creating and utilizing the tests even after a thermography scan, because we need to be a little more specific about what your body's trying to tell us, and we see it visually with thermography. With this, we build a real protocol specifically to you. I don't want to guess anymore. I do not want to throw supplements at you for willy-nilly. I don't want to treat just symptoms alone. I want targeted, evidence-based responses to what your body is actually doing and telling us. This is why I don't guess. I don't want to guess anymore. It hasn't worked. I want to test. This is the foundation of everything I do in my practice. Before I close today, I want to go back to something that sort of started the whole thing. In Proverbs is so amazing. If you've never been there, just pick a passage and read it. I think it's so fascinating. But in Proverbs 31, it describes a woman who is clothed in dignity and strength, one who can laugh at days to come. And that's Proverbs 31:25. She is clothed with strength and dignity. She can laugh at the days to come. I don't think that woman is someone whose symptoms have all disappeared. I think that she is a woman who knows herself, who is not afraid of what her body is doing, who has been given the tools and the knowledge to understand what is happening and will do something about it. That is a woman who I'm here to help. Right? That's who I want you to become. You were not designed to white knuckle through menopause with no answers. I think that is a complete disservice and terrible, terrible advice. You were not designed to be told that your labs are normal while you're soaking every night. That is not strength. That is not dignity. That is being left without the information that you deserve. There are answers. Your body drew the map. We just need to learn how to read it together. Remember, your body is not against you. It never was. If today's episode has helped you to see hot flashes differently, share it. Forward it to someone who is suffering. Forward it to someone who says that their labs are normal. She's still getting up in the middle of the night. She's still hot flashing in the middle of a meeting. It's terrible. She needs this. If you're ready to take the next step, and first, my Ignite 10-day breast and hormone reset, $7, cheaper than a Starbucks. This is a 10-day adventure, I suppose, but is clear clinical education that walks you through hormone story, your gut health, and your stress hormones, and your mineral foundations. It's in plain language, nothing fancy. I want it to be easy to understand and to digest at a pace that works for your life. June 1st, you'll catch all that. There'll be a link in the show notes once the podcast is launched and here within Facebook and YouTube. Right now, you can grab the little giveaway, the hot flash guide, right? But Jared, if this actually spoke to you today and you're actually get ready to test, like, Dana, give me the Dutch, give me the deep gut scan, give me the hair mineral analysis. I want to know, right? I'm tired of beating around the bush. Let's create a real protocol, right? Let's put all the information together. I want you to book a health clarity call today. That link will be listed. It's on my website, danairvine.com. And let's get together and talk about what's important for you now. How do you want to continue either perimenopause and menopause, and what are your longevity goals? Enough of beating around the bush, right? Stop guessing. Let's test. So if you want to take, health seriously, and I know you do because you're listening, I'll see you hopefully in a health clarity call, and I'll see you in the next episode of the Wise Divine Women podcast, where I try and help you go from fed up to faith fueled, helping you to become the wise divine women that you've been called to be. Thank you for joining me live in Facebook or in YouTube, and have an amazing day today. Be blessed.